Waka waka waka. Waka waka. Waka waka waka. Waka waka. Waka waka waka. Pac-Man. Good evening, everybody. Waka waka. There really isn't much tonight, just because a lot of things were going on. I'm gonna probably spend some time playing with a game with my brother, but it made me think of what I kind of wanted to do, and I think I have to be waka waka. Let's see, alts. Oh yeah. So I started today. I'm just getting my computer set up, and it's like, why not? Let's do it. And I have multiple concepts for games. I had them for a while, but then I realized, hey, let's sprinkle in some stories and some truth to the video game. And so that's what I'm gonna do. And I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to incorporate people that I interview and talk with, and just some of the things that we see going on in the world, and incorporate that into the story. If they want to use their real name, I use their real name, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Hey Eric, how's it going? I had a feeling you'd be in here on this video. So I don't know exactly when I'm gonna spill the beans on just what's gonna be in the game, and when you can actually download it and play it. So I want to spend most of my time working on it, and I think what I will do is when the time is ready, I'll start doing regular updates on the development of the game and just other concepts that I'm going to incorporate in it, and then just get people's ideas, whether you like it, share it. It's going to be free to play, and it's definitely not going to be pay to win. Yes, I am, Eric. Yes, I am. At first I had the concept to have it on a smartphone, but then I was like, no, I think it's just too much of a hassle right now. I think I'm just gonna make it for the PC. I think a lot of people watch it on PC. I'll eventually port it over to maybe a smartphone, Android. Sorry, Apple users. And then we'll see where we go from there. And as far as, I think if it gets going okay, I think I have a feeling people will like it for the gameplay. People will hate it for the content, the stories and the and things like that. People are gonna hate that, I'm sure. It's gonna be a flat Earth world, just so you know. And it's gonna be interesting. I think people will like it. I will tell you this: it's gonna be an action RPG. So if you like action and you like RPG, you're gonna like this game. And that's just the stuff that I always grew up with. And I was thinking, because my daughter and she hasn't been listening very well. We tell her to do something, she just kind of ignores us. We ask her twice, 3 times, she still ignores us. So I've been clamping down. So no pad time, things like that, taking away things that she likes to do. But what's funny is I introduced her to a game, and I call it Artillery. It's a game that me and my brother played. And what it is, all you need is a piece of paper and a pencil. That's it. Piece of paper and a pencil. And my daughter loves it. She just wants to play it all the time. And what it is, you just, like, I guess you could use a pen. I think a pen helps, like a blue pen and a red pen. So you're different color. You can use pencils, colored pencils. You can have more than 2 people, and so you can have yellow, orange, whatever, pink. You get 1 sheet of paper, and people draw their circles. You can draw 5 circles, 10, 20, however many. You can make your rules. You can customize it, and it's just paper and pencil game. And so you've got the sheet of paper. I should probably, I recorded it. But I can explain it with just talking to you. And then what you do is you get each player this makes it easier to start off. Each player gets their own sheet of paper. So you got 8 by 11.5 inch paper. You've got one paper where everyone puts their circles on. If there's 2 players or more, let's just say there's 2 players, red and blue. We got 5 circles each. So I've got a sheet of paper. My daughter's got a sheet of paper. She gets it and she looks on the main sheet of paper we have our circles on. She's trying to artillery my circles, and she gets a point. Of course, if she accidentally artilleries one of my circles, then I get a point. And one of the good things you could do, being tricky, is what you do is you can take turns drawing your circles. You put your circles next to your opponent's circles, so if they hit your circle on accident. Anyways, this isn't the game I'm gonna create. I'm just saying this is a game that we're playing. Me and my brother were playing, although it's more, this is a more complicated version of it. And so you poke a hole through the paper, you line it up with the main piece of paper, you fill it in, you remove it, and you see your pencil line. If it hits your opponent's circle, you get a point. If it's your circle, then your opponent gets a point. But basically, you're just lining up, and you can tell by, all right, I missed it by that much and that angle, so your next one you're going to poke a hole through there. And so for me, I would do the same thing on my sheet of paper. So that's the easy version. If you want to make it more difficult, the hole that you poke into, you share that paper, because then you kind of won't remember, hey, was that my little hole poke, or is that someone else's? So, and that's it. Simple game. And I think I don't know if that was a game. It's very similar to Battleship, but of course it's just paper and pencil. What I would wonder is, like, did my brother get that game from somewhere else? Because I think there's a lot of games, and I tell my wife it's poor person's game, poor kid's game, and she goes, you don't have to call it poor person's game. But yeah, we didn't have money for toys and stuff like that, so we had to come up with our own games. And when you use your imagination, I think that's just a good facet to just get things flowing. You gotta have fun and come up with something new, or something not quite new but slightly different on a fun take, with a fun take. So I think that's kind of what I want to do. I mean, there's some stuff that I probably need to learn, because I've never developed my own video game before. I've tested video games, but I've never really made one. And this time I think I'm going to. And it's not going to be through some company. It's not going to be through anything else. It's going to be mine, starting from scratch. And heck, I'm going to let you guys play it and tell me what you guys think. And I'm just going to keep making updates to it. And then eventually, I think if there's certain aspects where I may need to do things where, for example, if I need to eventually make it so you can trade goods to other players, what I want to do is make it so there's a merchandising aspect where you can buy, sell, and trade items. And there's not going to be well, I want to leave some surprises, but things like that, I need to host on the server so all the people can interact with each other through there, or incorporate some peer-to-peer relationship, I guess. I don't know how that'll go, but that will cost some. So and then if it makes extra money, because I think what I'm going to do is try to spend time in doing some design work, so at least you can get stuff that's specialized, and just neat perks, but not necessarily. It's not going to affect the game. You won't have an advantage if you go against each other eventually in multiplayer. So all of that stuff. I would love to have tournaments, like actually have people going against each other and have fun and have tournaments. But I think a lot of this is going to be the story. The story is going to be great because we're lacking a lot of good stories these days. So some story, gameplay. I mean, it's just, what do we want in it? All right, let's put it in. You know, make it unique, make it our own. It's not just gonna be mine. I think it's eventually going to be spread out to other people to work on it if they want to. Make their own variations of it, customization of it. But once I feel like I have it ready, I guess it may just branch off. There may be like some other people who just decide to work on it and branches off to a different version of a game. And then I have my version of a game. Someone else says, "Hey, I want to try that," and so they can play around with it. So it's just gonna be a new dynamic as far as game making goes. And not gonna do a Patreon or Indiegogo or Kickstarter for it. I mean, if you want to donate, you can, but I'm just gonna do it all. Just when I feel like it's ready, get it out there. People can download it, install it, play it, and I think once it reaches a threshold for what I also want to do is like leave a review. I think what I might want to do is do like a video segment on it. It's like review time. Tell me what you guys think about the game. So everyone in a specific version of the game, so I can get feedback, and then go on from there. And if there's like 100, 200 people, you know, that do it, play it for like the first month, and they like it, or I may keep going. But if like there's only 2 people that download and play it, yeah, I think I'll probably stop. But it's just something I want to try out. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. I know it's a very short video, 15 minutes, but waka waka.